praiseforwarwear.com.
So today we start a session on Reconstruction of Saviour series. Now, this is the first diagram I want to show you. And I need all of you to pay attention. We're not going to rush it, right? And we're going to take our time. This has the credit of Tony Robbins. Now, the first thing I want you to do on your notepad today is to draw this on your notepad. Now, trust me, you can't finish this in this class. So it's also going to be your take home today, because embedded inside this is where the solution to most of your critical problem lies, right? Now, if you have drawn this, I want you to dream. What is your potential, or what are your potential? Let's say you have a magic wand to become forget all you have been taught. If you have a magic wand to become everything you've always desired to be, right? What would it look like? Can you write it down? What would it look? Can you describe the magnificent you on your notepad? That's potential. The you that you see that scares you, within you, the you that you want to be, the people you're moving with, the places you're going, your net worth. What exactly does it look like? What problems are you solving for the world? I mean, for me, I'm mediating for nations, right? That's what I see. What do you see? What's your potential? Can you write it down? Now, when you're done with your potential, you go to the result. What is your present report card? What is your present report? Now, your potential is the you that you should be. The you that you see, ideally, your potential is actually you. That's your identity, right? So if you see yourself as another Mark Zuckerberg, even if you have $1 right now, $1, that is who you are. Whether you're not going to live up to the real you is another ballgame entirely, and that's why we're here. Now, so can you go to your result? What does your result look like right now? Who is this present you? Because we're going to compare the two shortly. Who is this present you? Okay. If you're done, I want you to assign 100% to the ultimate you that you see. Assign 100% to that, your potential. What would you score your present result? Based on, if your potential, the ideal you is 100%, your present result will be what? On percentages. What will you give yourself? Right? I want to see your answer in the chat box. What will you give yourself in your, based on the result you have written down? If there's a percentage versus potential versus present result, what will your okay, someone says 30%. Kafaya says 30%. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Who else? Let me see. 30% means that you need to make up 70%. Right? Who else? Who else? Who else? What is your present result? What's the percentage? Okay, Omoye is saying 10%. Fantastic. Dara is saying 10%. Okay, who else? I'm loving this. 10%. Docker's saying 10%. Okay. Okay. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Now, the distance between where you are and who you want to be is actually in the third quadrant, which is your beliefs and your attitude, which is producing your action. The present result you have is as a result of the present actions you are taking. The present actions you are taking is as a result of your present beliefs and your present conviction. Now, this is where the problem is, that you have scripted your life to produce a result you don't want, when you should actually script your life to produce the result of the ultimate you. Now, what I'm sharing with you It's very effective, but very dangerous. Now, what it means is that you have created a belief system. Some of those beliefs, you created them. Some of them, they were imposed on you by your parents, by your environment, by the mentors, the people you listen to regularly, right? So what has happened is you have created a belief that is taking you in the direction you don't want to go. So you are in a result that you don't want. Meanwhile, you want something else. So you're like a man who wants to go to California, but is going to board a bus going to Kogi State in Nigeria. And he has added prayers to it to say, oh, by the special grace of God, I must land in California. I landed, yet he's in a bus going to Kogi. No matter his prayer, no matter his effort, he will never land in California until he turns back and go get a visa, get a ticket, and board a plane going to California. So the real problem is your beliefs and your action, and all the sessions we're going to have, that's what we're going to be doing. Now, I want you to look at, you are now going to audit. Now you will do that at home. You can do it in class, right? Because it's a personal work you need to do. You are going to go home and audit your beliefs. Look at the people, ask yourself, who are the people responsible for the current beliefs I have that is producing this result? You have positive beliefs, negative beliefs, sabotaging beliefs. So for example, I used to have a belief that I don't need to go to the airport, to the embassy, that when the Oyibos need me, they will come and get visa for me and I will travel. I used to have that belief. I did not travel until I went and got a passport, went to apply for UK, and they said no, because they don't believe I was coming back. That was the feedback. I applied again. They said my balance did not show that I can maintain myself there. The third time I was given a visa to show that I was now qualified. If I did not change that belief, I will still not have traveled. That I kept saying, following people, what my teachers were saying. It doesn't have to be white to be right. I was just regurgitating them, and my life wasn't moving forward. So what you're going to do, you are going to audit your beliefs. Who are the people you listen to the most? I want you to write their names down, right? Who are the people you spend most of your time with? I want you to list them out. What books? Who are your favorite authors? What are your top 10 beliefs? You're going to list all these things out, and you are going to look at each of them, and in front of them, ask yourself, can these people, can these beliefs, can this environment take me to what I've written as my potential? Let me tell you this, life is not emotional. Life is intentional. Many of us are emotional about our lives. So there are people that have overstayed in your life. They are no longer relevant, but you have retained them by yourself. Now, so if you check all the names, and don't be emotional. This doesn't require emotion. You want to be a savior, you don't need to be emotional about your life. Now, you will now check which of them can help you achieve this. For them to be able to help you achieve this, it means they are thinking like your potential. It means they are going in the direction of your potential, or it means they have results in the line of your potential. When I did my own audit, only less than 4 people scaled through this list, right? And I uninstalled every other person. In fact, there was a year I realized that everybody determining my beliefs were all pastors. And so it means that my life is skewed towards spirituality, even though it wasn't even spirituality, it was religion, right? And I realized that they can't lead me to where I want to go. So I retained the most open-minded of them, and I replaced it with other people. So every morning when I restructured my quiet time, I made it become learning time. So I will listen to books, I'll listen to Science of Getting Rich, I'll listen to in every interview by Jeff Bezos, Jack Ma, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, everything I could watch. Ray Dalio, I was watching all of them, right? And guess what? I went to see one of my aunties. I didn't even tell her I was doing this. Then she gave me a book by Ray Dalio, Anthony Shazir. right? So then that was when it dawned on me that when you change something within you, there's an aura, there's an energy, a vibration that surrounds you that begins to magnetize everything you need into your life. So the moment I changed the people here, my new teachers began to show up. And let me say this, your teachers don't have to look like your religion, because I have a teacher called Sadhguru. If you look at him, he has weird birds, the guy looks very funny. But it's one of the deepest teachers I had, because in the direction of where you want to go, you cannot do what you wish to do. You do what you need to do that can deliver what you want, right? You cannot say, I take a bus going to Kogi and I'm going to land in California and add prayer suite. It's not going to work. Don't let anybody deceive you, right? So you audit your beliefs. When you have audited them and you have eliminated, then you don't have to even announce. Don't announce to anybody. Then now begin to ask yourself, who are the people who are living the life I want? Forget whether they are Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever. Who are those people? Put their names there, right? The people who are producing the results you want to produce right now, all over the world. You don't have to have met them. You don't have to know them. Write out their names, right? And so every morning, make sure you start listening to whether they have audio books. The good thing is that if you go on YouTube, almost every book has the audibles version on YouTube, right? You can listen to it. So surround yourself with these people, right? Begin to observe how they do things. What would have happened is, instead of moving to your present result, you will begin to move in the direction of your potential. Here is the downside to what I'm asking you to do. People will blackmail you. People will hate you. People will call you names. People would say that you are living God. No, you are living the God they understand. God is not complaining about you, right? Just keep moving in the direction of where you want to go. Now, that's a task I need to do. I hope you understand this task. If you understand it, can you type yes, 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 yes? Can I see your yes in the comment box? If you understand what I just shared, this is your personal audit. You need to do it for yourself, by yourself, and you need to be loyal to yourself. What I'm asking you to do today is to choose you. For the first time, I need you to choose you. You have the opportunity to script your life by yourself. The life many of you are living right now was the life that was handed over to you by your parents, by your environment, by the people you have surrendered your mind to, and saying you have the power to redo your life. That's what I'm asking you to do. Now, so please don't rush it. You have 1 week till next week to complete that. Now, you see, I shared this triangle when I started. And I said to you that for everything you want in life, now when you have done that task, for everything you want in life, if I give you this triangle to do, and you show me your result, I can almost tell you will never achieve what you're trying to achieve. Because everything you want, you start with your result, begin with the end. What result do I want for my life? Who do I want Zuriel to become? What is the Zuriel I see? That's the result, right? What must I believe that can produce that result? Let me tell you, many of our beliefs cannot produce the result we want. But here is where the problem is. What action must I embrace? What routine? So here is the problem. I said that the moment your action violates what you say, then someone is deceiving everyone or trying to deceive himself. So henceforth, right? Henceforth, this is how to understand what you are doing or what people are doing. So let's say I said to you that I want a result. And the result I want is that I want Nigeria to become a first world country. Let us change Nigeria. I'm sure you've heard that. Let us transform Nigeria. Let us make Nigeria #1 in the world. Let's make Nigeria the most desirable country in the world, right? What is the belief? Nigeria is the best nation on earth. Believe it, confess it. Fine. You see, as a savior, don't get carried away by beliefs and results. Go to the action you can see. The people who want to create this, what are their actions? So see the action. Prayer meeting. Rotational presidency. Man, no man. Religious bigotry and money power. Question. If you see someone, and I need you to follow me carefully. If you see someone who do all these things, and it says that Nigeria, if we do this, Nigeria will become a first world country. Do you think this action can deliver this result? Yes or no? Can you type your answers? Can you type your answer? Can these actions? Fantastic. Somebody said no and is even laughing, right? But this is what people do every time. The actions cannot deliver the result. So they say, let us come and dance, 24 hours dance, so that Nigeria can become great. In fact, if you check history, you've asked questions as a savior, is there any nation on earth who has become first world by this action? If there is no nation, Nigeria cannot be the first. So don't let anybody waste your time and fool you, right? And this also goes to your life. If your action, so you say, oh, I want to make $1 million in a year. Where are you going? Who are you talking to? What deals are you daring? What numbers are you trading? How many calls are you making? Who are you solving problems for? If those actions are not clear, you cannot deliver any result. So having said this, so every time as you go out, if somebody says, oh, let us come and do something, check the action. Actions are predictors, patterns are predictors of the future. I can easily predict your future once I see your pattern, right? It's very clear. So if someone is having sex with another person and the guy is ejaculating and is praying, may we not get pregnant, you know he's deceiving himself, because that action will produce pregnancy, right? So when you start this, your new life, because that's what you're about to start now, there are 6 things, 6 levels that will happen, or 7, right? 6 actually. The first level is when you now decide to become yourself, this new you. The first thing that will happen is shocker state. People will be shocked at you. They will be shocked and say, we no longer see Zuriel where we used to see her. We no longer see you. You are no longer talking to us. The next thing that happens is outrage. They will now go and report you. Hey, this guy is living God. Oh, this guy is live. Meanwhile, they are not going anywhere anyway, right? So there will be outrage is the next thing. I have gone through all these stages. Every movement that has endured in this planet, on this planet, has gone through these stages. Christianity, Islam, LGBT, name it, they have all gone through it. Level 3, if you don't give up, is discussion. They will now come and discuss. Say, after all, Shebi, okay, let us understand what you are trying to do, right? They will now come and discuss, especially when your life is not producing result. Because many people are not doing what they should do in Africa because they are afraid if they leave the movement they belong to, they will die. They are afraid something bad may happen. And the people reinforce it. I was going to leave a place and they told me, Praise, if you leave, nobody will hear about you again. This was in 2003. And they said, nobody will hear from me again. And I looked at the man and I said, are you speaking as God or as man? And he mentioned 7 people that left and nobody heard about them. And I said, see, me, you will hear about me. If I had believed him, you won't have heard about me, right? So discussion. Then the next stage is tolerance. Tolerance is, oh, let us just accept Ayo for what she is. That's who Zuriel is. So she's only her essence. Let's accept her for who she is. After all, she doesn't rape anybody. She's not stealing from anybody. Let's accept her. Then accept tolerance. After that, acceptance. Then veneration. Now say it's a way. Other people will now want to be like you. People will now be coming Nicodemously. Nicodemously means secretly to you to begin to say, your life is working. Oh, I wish I can do what you are doing. Right? So everything will go through this. Right? So put this at the back of your mind so that when outrage starts to come, you are not deterred and you don't sleep back. Now, J.Z. Colby said the personal power is the ability to stand on your own 2 feet with a smile on your face in the middle of a universe that contains 1 million ways to crush you. Personal power is the ability, because you cannot be a savior without personal power. Antonike Ogunlesi mentioned it, and I agree with her. Right? Thank you, Antonike, because she was part of the people that actually pushed me to start this, because she told me point blank, Praise, I think there's much more that you need to do. Right? Personal power is the ability to stand on your own 2 feet with a smile on your face in the middle of a universe that contains 1 million ways to crush you. That you know yourself. I mean, during pandemic, when everybody rose against Bill Gates wants to kill the world. I kept asking myself, if I were to be in his skin, how would I be feeling? That the whole world is against you. Religious leaders are against you. People are saying all kinds of things. Yet, all you just want to do is maybe support or help. Right? I will withdraw my money and say, let people go and be doing whatever they like. Right? So, Personal power is the ability, right? Okay, thank you, Josola. I can see that. To stand on your own 2 feet with a smile on your face in the middle of the universe that contains a million ways to crush you. So, I want you to open up your mind, because allow your imagination run wild. So, step down your mind. No, activate your mind. Because some of the things I'm going to be saying may challenge what you have always believed. But follow this and trust the process. Look at all these faces. If you say many of the things many of us do, this guy is good, they may not pass your test of good. But do you want to be like them? The answer is yes. Do you want their result? Yes. Do you want their influence? Yes. Do you want to be able to down your tools for 6 hours? You know, I was saying when Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook and the rest of them went down, that if these guys withdraw their invention, let's say YouTube also went down, all the email addresses went down, all the service providers went down, many of us will return to Garden of Eden, because we depend solely on them. Yet we say these guys are going to hellfire, these guys are da. That if these guys did not develop the mindset they developed to produce the result they are producing, many of us will not even be having this meeting. We won't be talking to ourselves. If the owners of Zoom goes on strike now, this meeting will be over. We won't hear ourselves anymore. That we are not giving these guys the honor to which that is due to them. If some of us have the power they have in Africa, we would have killed everybody. These guys, some of them were blackmailed, maligned, but they became indispensable to us like water and hair. We don't like some of them, but we can't but talk about them. Neither can we deny their result. A man who is saying that, all these guys, they want to kill us, is using their platform to say what he's saying. I mean, it's insane. Why don't you go and create your own and now morph us to your own? You have not created anything, but you are talking against them on their platform. You now say they shut you down. Why won't they shut you down? Right? So follow this. Everyone wants power, but not everyone will be powerful. Number 2, everyone has power, but not everyone will find their power. So even though every human being is powerful, not everyone will find their power. Because many people, especially in Africa, we have been scripted to doubt our power. In fact, we have been scripted to believe there is one man who is more powerful than all of us, right? So we doubt our own power. So we believe that man, that man is so powerful. Obonga is powerful, right? But what about you? Even if the man has no extra power, but you believe it and you reinforce it. Now, not because they can't find their power, but because they are programmed to doubt their power. Many of us have been programmed to doubt our power. That's why you stand before a man and you begin to shake. The tragedy of power is to start to search outside of you for what can only be found within you. That's the tragedy of power. Many of the powers you're looking for reside inside of you, not outside of you, but many people cannot even stand there within. They have to run around to look for power outside of them. The beauty of power, however, is that no one can become truly powerful who never leveraged on the power within. Facebook came from the power within. Microsoft came from the power within. Zoom came from the power within. I think Yosola mentioned that in our session. You know, everything that has ever been created was created by the power within. The moment you fail to harness the power within, you will depend on the power without for the rest of your life. That's why people run from one powerful man to another powerful man. Let me shock you. It's only in Africa that we talk about this man is powerful. This man is powerful. That man, he's so powerful. Outside of Africa, you never see many of these things. When they talk about power, they're talking about industrialists, innovators, inventors, and the rest of them. Right? Now, an average human being will rather have a relationship with everyone else except the power within them, which is your only hope to stand out. So if I ask you to sit alone by yourself and just appreciate the beauty within you, can you spot the beauty within you? Can you just appreciate what you have done right? Everything that has worked for you, can you appreciate the beauty within yourself and celebrate yourself? Many people can't do that, unfortunately. So the question is, what is the power trapped within you? There are different levels of power. We're going to explore all, right, in our subsequent meetings. I'm just laying a foundation. Power to be, which is your identity. If you do the 4 quadrants I taught you, you begin to find out that maybe what you call your identity is not even who you are. You for the first time begin to find yourself. Next is the power to do, which is the talent that you have been given. All of us have got that, right? Number 3 is the power to create, which is imagination. We're going to do a lot of imagination. Thank God Zuriel is here. A lot of imagination, a lot of meditation in our sessions. Because many people don't even know how to meditate. They have been told, if you meditate, you are doing yoga, that is demonic and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, the people telling you it's demonic, they are doing it behind the scene, right? If there is anything that can make you connect to your deepest version of you and produce result, you better latch onto it. Then there's the power to blow, which is systems. We're going to learn about systems, how to build systems, and there's the power to become, which is your routine. The secret of your future is in your daily routine. If you don't create a routine for yourself, you realize that life will just come anyhow. Then there's the power to transform, which is love. We're going to run through all of this in our subsequent meetings. We won't rush anything. This is a marathon, right? We will keep it short and simple and give you time to go and practicalize it. Then we'll come back and look at it. So I love what Moses said. Moses was a Jewish freedom fighter. He said, you will remember the Lord your God, for it is he who has given you the power to get wealth, which means there's the power to get wealth, but not many people have found their power. For somebody, your power to get wealth is intellectual property. For someone else, it's fashion and lifestyle. For another person, it's government contract. For another person, it is service. For another person, it's IT. For another, it's innovation. For Mark Zuckerberg, it's Facebook. For Bill Gates, it's Microsoft. What is it for you? That power is not some pouring of oil on your head. No, it's the power within and working on the power within you to become indispensable and making it a product and service. So I will end up where I started from, right? To say, as you go home, go and do this. Because next week, this is where we're going to start from. This is an opportunity to redirect your life. Do this for yourself, right? Go and be loyal. This is the guy you'll be loyal to. Don't be loyal to me. Be loyal to your potential. That if you begin to attend here and you realize that what we're sharing cannot lead you to your potential, feel free to exit, right? Be loyal to your potential henceforth. To say, this is the me I want to see. What actions, what is the lifestyle I need to create this me? That's what you have to be loyal to. And what beliefs, what do I need to listen to? I have to change what I listen to every day to develop the mindset I have right now. That I no longer even care what people say. I just know that I am in the right frame of mind, listening to the right information that can lead me to where I want to go, right? Because you will not give an excuse. Like they say in law, ignorance is not an excuse. There is information all over the internet. You choose what you want. So here are the things you need to do. 1, this week, have a human meeting with yourself. You can snap it so that you don't forget. Have a human meeting with yourself. When you leave this meeting, go have a human meeting with yourself this week. Number 2, ask yourself, where will you end if you change nothing about you today? Where will you end if you change nothing? If I don't change any action, where will I, if I keep listening to the people I'm listening to, going where I'm going, following the friends I'm following, where will I end if I change nothing? You must be honest with your answer. Don't even say heaven, because work done is what determines well done, right? Number 3, what is present in you that you have refused to pay attention to or develop? What is that thing? Some of you have gifts that somebody has said this gift is secular. They have taken your life away from you. Every gift is perfect from God, right? Number 4, apologize to God and yourself for doubting your power and not using it to save your world. You need to do this because you need to ask God for forgiveness and ask yourself for forgiveness for doubting your power all through these years, for believing that someone is more powerful than you. I don't believe anybody is more powerful than me, right? I respect people who have gone ahead of me. I honor them. I will not dishonor them. But what I can do is what I can do, any nation in the world. Number 5, make a commitment to start to develop your power and to start to release it. Make a commitment to start to develop your power and to release from this week. You see, it will be a liberating, it will have a liberating effect on you, and you would see it when you come next week. Number 6, study people with similar powers to know what they did differently from you. Study them. I mean, I have a video I watch all the time, the making of Ronaldo. That guy, all the people they started playing football together, they have either all of them have retired. The guy is still at the peak, right? So study people with similar powers. They don't have to belong to your religion. Anywhere you can find them, study them. Number 7, do something different this way that you have never done before with your personal power. Just do something that you have never done before to show that I am liberating my life. And number 8, call a meeting of those closest to you. If you have them, apologize if you have ever hurt or misrepresented yourself, and tell them you want to go on a journey of becoming you, and you'll be needing their support. So in case I no longer pick your call, or in case I no longer attend this meeting, please, I'm fine, right? I'm just on 2 months leave or 3 months leave to find myself and build myself. These are the things I need you to do this week. Now, I'll talk about the rest later, but almost every successful person begins with 2 beliefs. The future can be better than the present, and I have the power to make it so. Almost every successful person begins with 2 beliefs. The future can be better than present, and I have the power to make it so. Thank you very much.
I am praise for warware.com.